Good afternoon and welcome to skedline.com. I'm Ranson, and here's what's happening in your world today. A mother and her 2-year-old son are dead after a car accident in Mississauga early this morning. Reports indicate that a Nissan was traveling eastbound on Burnhamthorpe Road shortly after 2 a.m. when it was struck by a Hyundai headed northbound on Mavis Road at a high rate of speed. The 31-year-old mother and her son were pronounced dead on the scene, while the woman's 33-year-old husband was taken to trauma centers with life-threatening injuries. The driver of the Hyundai, an 18-year-old male, was taken into custody on the suspicion of impaired driving. He is currently in hospital with serious injuries, according to police. Peel Regional Police Constable Danny Martini told CP24 reporters that charges have not yet been filed in the case, but are likely. She continued saying that police are looking at speed and impairment as possible factors contributing to the crash, but until potential video footage and witness statements are analyzed, there is no way to know who is ultimately at fault. The intersection remains closed while police conduct a full investigation. The lead suspect in the deadly Toronto van attack is expected in court today. 25-year-old Richmond Hill native Alex Minassian faces 10 counts of first-degree murder and 16 accounts of attempted murder after he allegedly drove a white rental van down a crowded sidewalk on April 23rd of this year. Although no comment on how Minassian himself is doing, Minassian's family have said they grieve for the victims of the attack. Pre-trial proceedings are expected to resume in early December. Ontario Ombudsman Paul Dubé has been up to his neck in complaints regarding the government-run Ontario cannabis store. The Ombudsman, who is a government official appointed to investigate complaints against maladministration, says his office has received more than 1,000 complaints since the province's online cannabis store launched earlier this month. He says the most common complaints have involved delayed deliveries, billing problems, and poor communication with customers. Private retail stores in Ontario aren't set to open until April of next year, so the OCS website is currently the only legal retailer of cannabis available for recreational users. Dubé's office has yet to launch a formal investigation, as they feel OCS should be given time to alleviate the issues internally before a deeper probe is required. The OCS warned last week that their delivery times may be longer than expected due to a large volume of orders and labor action at Canada Post. Now, for more on the Canada Postal strike, here's Alex Arsenich. Alex?
I'm Alex Arsenich for skedline.com. Canadian Union of Postal Workers have been on strike since October 22nd. The union represents 50,000 workers, and the strikes have been rotating throughout cities at 24 hours at a time. With mail and packages not being delivered to Canadians, how has this been affecting their daily lives?
The CUPW began rotating strikes in cities across Canada after negotiators failed to reach a last-minute deal. 9,000 postal workers are currently off work in the GTA, which means mails and parcels sent through the Canada Post will not get delivered on time. We asked a few Humber students to see what they know about the strike.
What do you know about the Canadian Postal strike?
Absolutely nothing.
And so would this dissuade you from ordering anything online?
Now that I know that they're on strike, yes, absolutely.
What were you planning on ordering if you had to?
I don't really need anything right now except for legal weed.
I want to know what you know about the Canadian Postal strike.
Well, I did look at a couple of news articles, but I didn't look too much into it.
Would these delays in receiving your online orders or anything like that dissuade you from online shopping right now?
No.
Do you online shop often?
Yes.
Do you know anything about the Canadian Postal strike?
No, I don't.
So would this dissuade you from ordering anything online?
I think not. Hopefully not.
So do you online shop often or not really?
Not really. Not that often.
Of all the Humber College students that we've talked to about the strike, it seems that none of them really know what's going on or know very little about it.
Some may argue that this is the biggest demographic to use online shopping and to use Canada Post as a preferred delivery service. With negotiations still ongoing and a general lack of awareness about the strike, who knows how long the strike will continue forward. I am Alex Arsenich for skedline.com.
Thank you, Alex. Taking a look at international news. Investigators have made major developments in the ongoing search for the wreckage of Indonesian Lion Air Jet 610 on early Thursday morning. Lion Air Flight 610 took off from Jakarta's Soekarno-Hatta International Airport early Monday morning and within minutes requested permission to return to the airport. Soon after, radar showed an erratic descent and speed increase until suddenly losing contact with all air traffic controllers. Divers have recovered one of the 2 black boxes that every plane is supposed to be equipped with. The first captures flight data from electronic systems on board, and the second records the pilot and co-pilot in the cockpit. The bright orange flight recorder was found 100 feet underwater, close to the coast of Jakarta. It was initially reported that the device found included the flight data recorder. However, that statement has since been retracted, and it is unclear which has been recovered. Aviation analyst and former member of Indonesian Parliament, Alvin Lee, says that if the flight data recorder was found, it would be brought to the National Transportation Safety Committee lab, where investigators would begin to look through the information to determine the ultimate cause of the crash. He also says that a complete analysis must be done, and in that case, both black boxes must be recovered. For more on this story, you can follow us at skedline.com, and once more information is revealed, we will get that to you shortly. I am Aaron Ranson with Skedline News. Thanks for stopping by.